Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in. So, you want air suspension. Today, I'm going to be talking about all of the pros and cons that I've had to deal with air suspension. Why are you guys going to take my advice? Because I've dealt with all this shit for a whole year, and I've dealt with things that other people won't even talk about or tell you about. So today, I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about air suspension. What is air suspension? Air suspension is an air-based management suspension system that allows you to raise or lower your car with a push of a button. It's as simple as that. You guys are probably thinking, oh my god, that's so cool. I can raise my car whenever I want and I can slam it whenever I want. Well, there's a lot of things that you need to know about air suspension before purchasing it, and I don't want you guys to make a financial mistake or hate your life. Honestly, if you're gonna spend this much money, a lot of you guys are going to want to love it. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna show you guys how you raise and lower the car. It's just with this remote. I have Airlift 3P, so it comes with a remote that allows you to check the PSI and make sure that everything is working accordingly. We have the management right here, 5-gallon air tank and dual compressors. This is the whole computer. This is what's running the whole management, and the car is on airbags, which is like a strut with an airbag on top that compresses and decompresses whenever you're using it. So the air suspension that I'm running is Airlift 3P with Viair dual compressors. I'm on Airlift rear and front bags, Airlift front struts, Air Force rear struts, and I have a 5-gallon air tank. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the pros of air suspension, and this is the first one. You can slam your car whenever you want. Isn't that sweet? This is probably the coolest thing about air suspension, and it's honestly the main reason why people buy it. The second coolest thing about air suspension is that I guess you can flex how much money you spent, which isn't a big deal. The other cool thing is that you can also air up to get out of driveways or into driveways that seem a little scary. It's honestly like right there when you need it. So if you guys didn't know, this is the Airlift controller. My ride height is set to the middle. All I have to do is double tap to go to it. This is my low ride height. This is my air out. This is to raise the car with just one tap. And this is my highest setting. So it's super simple. Each one of these controls the corner. You can see the little grooves right there. This is to air down that corner, air up that corner, and same thing with the top left and top left. It's a very simple interface. I absolutely love it. If you press any two buttons, it goes to the menu. You can do calibration, setup, you can pretty much mess around with everything, so it's very simple. Top right there shows my tank PSI, and that's pretty much it for the controller. So now that we talked about the only pros to air suspension, let's talk about all of the cons, especially the ones that people don't tell you. Starting with the ride quality, I think my bags ride pretty good, pretty stiff. I have it to the highest setting for the dampening, but it could be a little more stiff. Sometimes it could feel a little bouncy, but that's probably because I like a harsher ride. So it doesn't ride the best. Yes, coils are gonna feel better, but you can't beat the fact that air suspension can allow you to feel a little more safe, whereas like with coils, you're stuck at that ride height for as long as you drive the car, unless you decide to change it. The next issue that really bugs me that people don't like to talk about is the fact that you are going to be switching a lot of these components. Bags are moving parts, something is bound to fail, compared to coils where it's just static and it stays in one place. Within the last year, I've gone through 4 manifolds, 1 compressor, check valves, bags themselves because they're about to pop or they're defective. Little things like that. Yes, I know it sounds like it can be a headache, and I'm not trying to scare any of you guys away from bags. It's just I want you to know what you're getting yourselves into. It's not cheap. If something goes wrong, you have to set aside money to be able to fix it, right? You have to wait on parts, you have to find someone to help you if you don't know how to do it. It's just a lot of issues that you don't really want to deal with. And on top of that, it's expensive as time goes on. The next issue with air suspension is the fact that it is insanely expensive. I got my whole air management kit and the bags used for $1,700. Seems affordable, right? But you know, you're buying it used. If you want to buy it brand new, it's about $3,500, close to $4,000 for the whole management system and the suspension. There's gonna be labor, install. You're probably gonna be spending anywhere from $4,500 to $5,000 for brand new, perfectly installed air suspension. Oh my god, so expensive. So unless you guys got money like that, then you can go ahead and buy air suspension. I know I don't, that's why I had to buy it used. The next thing that people don't tell you, I think it's only an issue that's happened to me, but you can air up all the way and still get stuck on driveways. Like, what's the point of even buying bags? You also can't air up all the way and drive it around like that. Bags have like a max capacity for the PSI. So the rear, even though I can only air up to 160 PSI, it has a capacity of 180, right? So you can't go past 180, or you shouldn't. So when you go on an incline at 160 PSI, once the incline hits your wheel and it pushes it up, it's gonna cause more pressure and it's gonna spike up to like 180, 200. And that's not good for the bag either. So it's like, there's all these things people don't tell you, and they make it seem like bags are the greatest things in the world. And I think it's pretty damn sick, but you have to do your research and you have to know what you're getting yourself into, because I thought it was so pointless. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get bags, air up everywhere, get into places, and not get stuck. And here I am still getting stuck sometimes. Granted, I do have -5 camber in the rear and my front sticks out a lot. And I think it's one of the biggest flaws in the design for bags. Get bags, they said. It would be fun, they said. One thing people don't tell you about air suspension is that the compressors are really loud. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me, but they turn on pretty frequently because I use my bags a lot. It's not as loud as my exhaust, but you can definitely hear it. These puppies, pretty damn loud. People also don't tell you, this is how I purge my air. You have to purge your tank like maybe once a day, once a week. I do it once a day. I don't purge the whole tank. I just do enough so that I can get all the water out. Take this off, I use my tool, and watch this shit squirt. You guys see that? That's all from condensation. Who knew bags would be so difficult to maintain? All these little things. And also, you should check your bags at least once or twice a month. Jack it up, take off the wheels, check the bag, put them back on. I'm just a lazy bitch. One of the #1 questions I get in my DMs is it harmful to the bag if you air out a lot? The answer is yes. I've heard from many people, the more you use it, the more you are giving it wear and tear, right? But it's also not good to not have any air in the bag. My air out height used to be 0 PSI, you know, just air out. Now I leave about 30 to 40 PSI in the bag. In the manual, it says you have to leave 20, but no one ever tells you that. They're just like, yeah, you can just air out. Why give you an air out option if it's just gonna cause harm to the bags? So it's like they want things to get messed up so you can buy more. I've come to the conclusion that the reason why people say they've had bags for 5 years, 10 years, whatever, is because they have a daily driver. They don't drive their cars. If I left this sitting at home and I was just driving the Supra or a different car, I can make this car last maybe 10 years on bags because I'll never be driving it. Maybe like once in a blue moon to a show, but that's a secret no one's telling you. Don't drive on your bags if you want them to last. Alright, so if you guys feel like you can't get out, all you have to do is just press a button and you get to go right up. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. This video was purely based on my own experiences with air suspension. If none of you guys have experienced this, you are one of the lucky ones. I wish I was you. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those 3 things help my channel a lot, so please do those things if you can. If you guys are also free this Sunday, July 18th, please try and come to the All Aspects meet. I am going to be putting it right here. I will be there. Hopefully my car will be done. I actually just dropped it off for paint and I'm gonna fix the airlines and swap them out. I will also put the address right here. It is going to be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. because it's on a Sunday and you know, some people might party hard the night before, have a little hangover. They might still be able to make it, you know the deal. I know a lot of you guys are not in SoCal, let alone California, but if you can, come through. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have music, ping pong, cars. It'll be a great time. And now it is time to pick the giveaway winners for last week's giveaway. If you guys don't remember, 3rd place gets the carbon fiber steering wheel emblem, and that goes to Anthony Phelps. Congrats, bro. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I'll be sending you a comment and just make sure you reply. 2nd place goes to Official 1971. Congrats, you are getting my pre-owned Katana shift knob. I know that doesn't sound cool for 2nd place, but I'm going based off of the price of these things. Last but not least, 1st place goes to Hubert Doe. Thank you so much for watching the videos. You are getting the OEM
3D upgraded emblem. That emblem goes for like $100. Congrats, you pretty much won something that's worth $100. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I'll be doing more giveaways in the future. I just wanted to give back to, you know, all of you guys, since you continue to watch even though the content isn't necessarily getting better in my eyes, but you know, sometimes we have real life to deal with, and I don't have as much free time as I used to, but I'm trying to make the most out of it. That is pretty much gonna wrap up the video. I hope to catch a lot of you guys at the car meet, and I will catch you in the next video. And don't forget, it's always better to look good than to feel good. Oh, later.